is what I mean. This is a Google picture of the plateau at Giza. And everybody thinks there's 3 pyramids at the plateau of Giza. There's actually 11 pyramids. You have 3 here, right next to the little pyramid. You have 3 little ones. You have 1 here, and you have 4 here. Okay, that's 3, 1, 4. That's pi. So you're going to take this with, you can use the simple instrument like this one, right? And you're going to use the middle pyramid as the center. And from there you're going to point that right at the tip of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This is the Great Pyramid right here. Right at the tip in here. And you're going to do a circle. And I did this. Now there's a guy who did this more professional, but I'm going to have to use this to do the concept of time that I'm talking about. It relates to Shakespeare. And you can see the perfect geometry of a Star of David. At the Earth, think of this as the Earth and the Earth axis. And the sun is coming from this direction. And as you can see, the larger portion of the Earth is not getting that much light, right? It's not illuminated. But when it flips, let's say it flips and now the sun is coming from here, now the larger portion is receiving more sunlight. This era right here is the golden age. This era right here is the darkest age. We are in the darkest age, and it starts here. Okay, so it goes like that, ba, 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 ba. Then in here they estimate that this is 2012, and then it's going to be a consciousness shift into the golden age, and then boop, back into darkness. Okay, the Shakespeare Hamlet takes place here. They're starting the darkness, coming out of this. Okay, this is how they have knowledge of arts, culture, and plays, and the different themes, battles, love scenes, cartoons, clowns, and all that. All that comes from here. Okay, and when sometimes, when Guildenstern asks questions, he's referring to this time, which is now. And I have a feeling, a hunch, that this is the Sphinx, that at the time it's going to shift in here. There's some kind of interaction between the Sphinx and the sun, creating probably a shadow on the land, telling you that it's time, that the time is coming, that you have, a month, let's say, for example, whatever time that may be, that is going to completely shift into the golden age. This is why they have this Sphinx there. Okay, this is why it's right there. It's not right at the middle of this circle. It's slightly offset. It's like it's out of place, but there's a reason for that. It's like this thing right here, this pyramid looks like it's out of place. It's not perfectly straight aligned with the others. That also have reasons, and there's a whole dynamics that are going on here. Okay, to give us a point in time about what the Shakespeare is talking about. They're here, and therefore they're no longer remember. Their memories are shut down. Okay, it's like the way we are now, but now we're becoming smarter and smarter and smarter, and now we get into this age. Pop. Okay, now let's think about this. Let's say, for example, that when the man shifted from here, from the golden age into here, let's say if you think of the body as computers, it's completely shut down and erased the hard disk. So now everybody lose their memory. They don't even know who they are. That's why in the movie they don't even know their names. They know a name, but they don't know who they are. And therefore, the people that do know, the people that somehow knows what's going on, create the story and fills the mind with a fictional story. Why? To entertain us during this time, because otherwise you're going to go blank and doing nothing, and God knows whether that leads. Okay? So he created a story to entertain us because he knows that once you get to this point, you're going to be light up again. You're going to forget about all that, or actually see it for what it is. It's just a joke. It's just, we're playing here. You see, there's a whole movie going on around you. You're not paying attention. Okay. Now let's continue with this. And as you can see, this shows there's nothing that they're doing to harm your body. All of that is a lie. All of that's just stories to put a fear on you and give you something to talk about. But you're fine, okay? And the reason for this is not because they're doing everything to prevent the gland from awakening. It's not that. It's because it's tumble bound. At one time you have the bigger portion of the earth getting more sunlight, and that's the golden age. And at the other time is the darker portion of the earth is the largest portion of the earth. And you're not receiving that much light there. And that's the times that we are now. What are they? Indifferent. They're talking about time. Here we go. Time being what they are. What are they? Indifferent. Bad. Wicked. See anything you like? A lucky thing we came along. For us, also. For some, it is performance. For others, patronage. There are two sides of the same coin. This is the dilemma that people that have in the world. I mean, you discover something like this and how the media control the public opinion and all that, and you see that as, patronage. For other ones, it's just performance, it's just an act, it's just, what it is. Okay? That's meaning, basically telling you that it's just an act. You don't have to feel rage. Okay, this is why the message is the message being proliferated today is love, 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 because when man figures this out, in the rage of the audacity will be incredible, and they're trying to suppress that. But I'm telling you, they're right. I mean, you don't need to be balanced. It's just a prank. Okay, I mean, that's the greatest joke I ever heard. So with me, it's okay. I feel sane now. For some, it is performance. For others, it's patronage. It's an act guided by a head, a hidden head. It's denigrating. It's misleading. It's just performance. It's just an act. Being as there are so many of us, the same side of or being that there are so many of us, okay, this is what I mean. I mean, this is a whole conglomerate of people acting in front of you. Or being that there are so many of us, the same size of two coins. Again, that you put up a scene of a king being worshipped, that everybody in the crowd that is worshiping this king, they're actors too, okay? Or being that there are so many of us, the same size of two coins, meaning we'll give you the enemy too. Okay? What's this? You said caught up in lunch. I did. I did. You're prepared enough. You see that? He says, do you say caught up in the action? Meaning, are you doing this so that people copy you and start living the way that start doing the things you're portraying? Start emulating what they're seeing. See, this is what they mean by caught up in the action. And we have today a whole civilization caught up in the action, caught up in politics and all of this. Or rather good, or rather healthy. And for each you can participate. It didn't have to be obscene. It didn't have to be obscene. See that?
No enigma, no dignity, nothing classical or poetic. None good. A comic pornographer and a regular crust. You should have caught us in better time. We were purists then.
We were purists then, right? They're talking about now.
Excuse me.
See now, excuse me, he's gonna say, something about, I've heard of you, but I've never seen anything like it. Of course, because they have been 13,000 years, did not experience this Hollywood propaganda. But during the years of Golden Age, people talk about the old age when Hollywood used to have everybody copy their act. Watch.
Alfred.
He's feeling threatened right now. He thinks this guy is gonna hit him or something. And he calls Alfred, and the women can.
Exclusively players. We are inclusively players.
We are inclusively players. We're not players. We are inclusively players. And we tell the players what to do, how to act.
You are not exclusively players. We are inclusively players. No, I mean, I've heard. I've never actually seen.
You see that? I mean, I've heard, and the expression, the way he said it, I had no idea. She's like surprised, and Rosencrantz didn't know. He could not put it together, and that's why he was like, you could see it in his face, the surprise in his face.
I mean, what exactly do you do? We keep the usual stuff, more or less, only inside out. We do on stage the things that are supposed to happen off, which is a kind of.
You hear that? We do on stage the things that are supposed to be happening off. We do on stage the things that are supposed to be happening off, which is a kind of integrity if you look on every exit as an entrance somewhere else.
Integrity if you look on every exit as an entrance somewhere else. Wait a minute.